Right now, someone just became a millionaire. And they didn't work for it. Someone else just made their first million from their phone. And another person, they're about to lose everything chasing it. There are exactly 8 ways to get rich. Most people only know 2. Stay till the end because the last one might actually be you. Number 1, the inheritor. Meet Styx. Styx doesn't have a morning routine. Styx doesn't have a side hustle. Styx doesn't even have an alarm. What Styx has is a father who built a $30 million business from scratch and then died and left it all to Styx. Just like that, Styx went from sleeping till noon to being worth more than most people will earn in 10 lifetimes. No degree, no grind, no startup pitch, just the right last name. Now, before you close this video in pure rage, here's the cold truth. Over 70% of wealthy families lose their fortune by the 2nd generation, and 90% by the 3rd. So Styx is rich today. But Styx's kids? Probably broke. Because inheriting money is easy. Keeping it? That's where most people fail. Styx just bought a boat, by the way. He doesn't know how to sail. Now let me rate this. Wealth score 10 out of 10, effort required 0 out of 10. Likelihood it lasts 3 out of 10. Way 2, the drug dealer. Meet D-Rock. D-Rock grew up with nothing. No connections, no inheritance, no Styx-level luck. So D-Rock found another way. At 19, he was moving product on a corner. By 23, he had 3 phones, 2 cars he couldn't explain, and a mother who asked too many questions. Here's the thing about drug money, it's very, very real. Pablo Escobar made $420 million a week at his peak. El Chapo's estimated net worth, $14 billion. The global drug trade is worth over $650 billion a year. That's bigger than most countries' entire economies. But here's what the money doesn't show you. D-Rock can't put his income on a tax return. D-Rock can't walk into a bank. D-Rock can't sleep without one eye open. And D-Rock's 2 best friends from the block? One's in a grave, the other's serving 25 years. The drug game has made more millionaires than almost any industry on Earth. It's also ended more lives than almost any industry on Earth. The money is real, the exit plan rarely is. D-Rock drives a very nice car. He parks it differently every night. Let me rate this. Wealth score 8 out of 10. Risk score 10 out of 10. Life expectancy, not great. Stay with us, because way 5 is where regular people actually start winning. And way 8, nobody sees it coming. Way 3, the entrepreneur. Meet Maya. Maya had an idea at 2 a.m. Most people have ideas at 2 a.m. and go back to sleep. Maya didn't sleep. She built an app, it failed. She built another one, it failed harder. She pivoted to e-commerce, lost $15,000. She pivoted again, started a skincare brand from her kitchen. Year 1, $40,000 in revenue. Year 2, $400,000. Year 3, a $4 million acquisition offer. She took it. That's the entrepreneur path. It sounds glamorous, it is mostly pain. 90% of startups fail. Of the 10% that survive, only a fraction ever make real money. But the ones who make it, they don't just get rich, they get generationally rich. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Sarah Blakely, who turned $5,000 and a pair of scissors into Spanx, a billion-dollar brand. The entrepreneur path is the hardest, the most painful, and potentially the most rewarding. The problem is, everyone thinks they're the exception. Most aren't. Maya was. Most people are not Maya. The wealth score, 10 out of 10 effort, 10 out of 10. Success rate, brutal. Way 4, the athlete. Celebrity. Meet Jeff. Jeff has been kicking a ball since he was 4 years old. While other kids were playing video games, Jeff was training. Rain, heat, weekends, holidays. By 16, he was scouted. By 19, he signed his first professional contract. By 23, Jeff was earning $80,000 a week. Let that sink in. $80,000 a week. That's not counting the boot deal, the energy drink sponsorship, the hotel chain he invested in, the clothing line his girlfriend runs. LeBron James made more money off the court than on it last year. Cristiano Ronaldo is worth over $1 billion, and he's still playing. But here's the part nobody tells you. For every Jeff, there are 10,000 kids who trained just as hard, wanted it just as much, and never made it. One bad knee, one wrong coach, one unlucky season. And it's over. The average professional footballer's career lasts 8 years. Many retire broke, because nobody taught Jeff what to do with the money after the crowd goes quiet. Fame is fast, wealth is a skill. And most athletes only learn one of them. The wealth score for this 10.08 of 10. Accessibility, 1 out of 10. Post-career planning, usually terrible. Halfway through. The next 3 ways, this is where it gets actually interesting. One of them is how a 26-year-old made $54 million last year from his bedroom. Way 5, the 9 to 5, the NPC. Meet Brian. Brian is not a drug dealer. Brian is not an athlete. Brian is not building a startup. Brian has a salary, a pension plan, a performance review every December. Brian is stable. And here's the uncomfortable truth about Brian. Brian will probably never be rich. The 9 to 5 was designed to make you comfortable enough to stay, but not wealthy enough to leave. The average salary worker who saves diligently, invests consistently, and lives below their means can retire with $1-2 million by age 65, which sounds great, until you realize that $1 million in 30 years is worth about half of what it is today, thanks to inflation. But, and this is important, the 9 to 5 can be a launch pad, not a destination. The most dangerous version of Brian isn't the one who stays. It's the one who knows he should leave, but never does. Brian is comfortable. Comfortable is the enemy of wealthy. Brian just got promoted. Brian is very excited about this. Wealth score, 4 out of 10. Security, 8 out of 10. Way 6, the crypto bro investor. Meet Kyle. Kyle bought Bitcoin in 2017 for $1,000. Sold it at $3,000 and thought he was a genius. It then went to $68,000. Kyle has not recovered emotionally. But Kyle's friend who held turned $5,000 into $340,000. And Kyle's other friend turned $200 into a Lamborghini. And Kyle's cousin lost his entire savings on a coin called Safe Moon Rocket Elon Doge. This is the investor path. Stocks, crypto, real estate, index funds. Warren Buffett turned $10,000 into $130 billion through investing. He started at age 11. He called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. The difference between the investor who wins and the one who loses? Patience, timing, and not listening to guys on Twitter. Investing works. Gambling dressed as investing does not. Kyle just bought another coin. It's called Pepid Elon Musk. We wish Kyle well. Wealth score, 9 out of 10 if smart, 1 out of 10 if Kyle time. Horizon, years, not days. Way 7, the content creator. Meet Zara. Zara started a YouTube channel in 2021. Her first video got 14 views. 12 of them were her mom. One was an accident. She posted every week for a year. Nothing happened. Then video 47 hit different. 1 million views in 48 hours. 2 years later, Zara has 4.2 million subscribers. Brand deals, merch, a podcast, a digital course. Last year, she made $2.3 million. From her bedroom. Mr. Beast made $54 million in 2023. KSI turned YouTube into a boxing career, a drink brand, and a music label. Charli D'Amelio went from a 15-year-old dancing in her room to a $20 million net worth by age 19. The content creator economy is worth $250 billion and growing. But here's the part that hurts. For every Zara, there are 500 people who posted for 2 years and quit at video 46. The algorithm doesn't care about your effort. It cares about attention. The creators who win aren't always the most talented. They're the most consistent. Zara is posting again tomorrow. Are you? Wealth score, 9 out of 10. Ceiling. Starting difficulty, low. One more way to go, and it's the one that requires the least skill, the least effort, and has completely destroyed people's lives. Way 8, the lottery. Meet Dave. Dave spent $5 on a scratch card every Friday for 11 years. That's about $28.60 total. Then one Friday, Dave won $4 million. Dave quit his job that same afternoon, bought a house, sent money to family, went on holiday. 3 years later, Dave is nearly broke. New friends appeared from nowhere. Old family members had new problems only money could solve. And Dave had no idea how taxes, investments, or wealth management worked. 70% of lottery winners go broke within 7 years. Because wealth without financial education is just a longer countdown to zero. The lottery is real. The odds of winning, 1 in 14 million. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning, twice. But someone wins every week, and most of them lose it all. Because getting rich and staying rich are two completely different games. Dave still buys a scratch card every Friday. Hope is a powerful thing. Wealth score, 10 out of 10 if you win. Odds, 0.000007%. Financial IQ needed, turns out very high. So there it is. 8 ways to get rich. Styx got lucky with his bloodline. D-Rock chose the fastest and most dangerous road. Maya failed her way to $1 million. Jeff trained his whole life for an 8-year window. Brian is comfortable, maybe too comfortable. Kyle is still waiting on a coin to save him. Zara posted until something worked. Dave is still scratching. But here's what all 8 paths have in common. The people who stayed rich knew what to do when the money arrived. You can inherit a fortune and lose it. You can earn millions and spend every last one. Getting rich is a moment. Staying rich is a mindset. Which path are you on?